You are watching Khutbah SG. Dear blessed congregation, let us together increase our piety to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by obeying His commands and avoiding His prohibitions. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purify our outward and inward selves so that our character truly reflects the traits of the muttaqin, those who possess true taqwa or piety in the sight of Rabbul Alamin. My dear brothers, today's sermon highlights the connection between our faith and the preservation of Allah's earth entrusted to us to cultivate and prosper. My dear brothers, a person's character and behavior are, in essence, a reflection of their heart or iman. Thus, we must not underestimate the importance of safeguarding the inner state of our hearts, which mirrors our iman as it drives our outward actions as human beings. Our deeds today, whether positive or negative, will directly impact the condition of the world and the environment today and in the future. In fulfilling our responsibility to nurture Allah's earth, we must examine every action and decision we make to avoid unintentionally causing harm. Reflect upon the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Baqarah verses 11 and 12, which means, when it is said to them, "Do not cause corruption in the land," they say, "We are only putting things right." Indeed, it is they who are causing corruption, though they do not realize it. My dear brothers, what lessons can we derive from this verse? Over 1,400 years ago, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warned humanity through His revelation that mankind, who is meant to be the steward who nurtures the earth, also has the potential to become the destroyer of His creations. Such actions are fundamentally opposed to the character of a believer who seeks the pleasure of their Lord. It is true that many events in this world are beyond our control or desires. Ongoing wars, the rapid pace of industrial activities, and widespread mismanagement of natural resources are among the primary factors contributing to environmental pollution and destruction. Even though these examples are beyond our individual control, as believers and members of the global community, we can still strive to play our part in preserving and restoring our surroundings. My dear brothers, in the face of such challenges, the world is now seeking various solutions to prevent, reduce, or restore the worsening condition of the environment. As believers guided by the Quran, we should be at the forefront of raising awareness and taking responsibility to find solutions based on the values advocated by Islam. Indeed, the potential of a faithful community in this arena is vast, not because of the demands or the needs of the times, but more importantly, it is a manifestation of our pledge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to uphold His trust as stewards of this earth. As Muslims, we are given clear guidance in determining the meaning of success and priorities. The priorities we pursue are based on the measure defined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most glorious and all-encompassing, and not through the often confused and narrow perspectives of men. True priorities are reflected when we foster a healthy culture, strengthening our relationship with Allah and His creations, and not through consumerism, which prefers excessive consumption as a manifestation of success and social status. Respected congregants, to truly embody our role as genuine reformers, muslih, as mentioned in the earlier verse, let us return to Allah's guidance and seek His pleasure through the following two suggestions. First, let us heed the guidance of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in reshaping our perception of the environment. Sayyidina Anas bin Malik radiallahu anhu reported that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "If the hour, the day of judgment, occurs while one of you has a seedling in his hand, let him plant it." Hadith narrated by Imam Ahmad. This hadith indirectly illustrates the deep connection between humans and the environment. The natural world is not valued solely for its ecological function, but also for its existence as a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It was not created without purpose, and mankind, as Khalifa or stewards, has been entrusted to safeguard it. Second, as believers, let us evaluate our lifestyle. Are we living according to the guidance provided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or are we following our own whims and desires? Let us practice purchasing based on what we need rather than what we want, even if we can afford it. Be deliberate and thoughtful in making purchases. This call aims to curb the culture of hyper-consumerism and reduce our ecological footprint, which threatens our environment. Let our efforts, insignificant they may seem in the eyes of other people, be great in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to preserve the environment, purify our souls, and at the same time strengthen our faith. My dear brothers, let us raise our hands and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us wisdom and strength in our efforts to preserve the quality and cleanliness of the earth. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our families, communities, and nation from natural disasters and destruction. Indeed, Allah has power over all things. To Him we belong, and to Him we shall return. Thank you for watching Khutbah SG. To download a copy of today's Khutbah, click on the link in the description below.